welcome back to our kitchen. I am so excited for today. I feel like this is always one of my very favorite videos. I don't know about y'all, but I am ready to grub for Thanksgiving. I cannot wait for all the side dishes, for the turkey, for the ham. I want it all. I'm so excited. So I thought it'd be fun to put together our very favorite, ever tested, tasted, tried Thanksgiving side dish recipes. And actually 3 of these are y'all's Thanksgiving recipes that we tried and could not get enough of, and now we take them to our family's Thanksgiving. So I hope you guys love these. I also have some great gift ideas from Walmart that I cannot wait to share with you guys, so I'll share those here in just a little bit as well. But let's get into all of these delicious recipes. It's not Thanksgiving, if you ask me, without some mashed potatoes, but actually one of you guys gave me this idea to add Boursin cheese to our mashed potatoes. As soon as she said that, I was like, I have to try it. So that's what we're gonna do today, but we're also gonna amp them up even more than just adding the Boursin. So we're about to make some like mind-blowing, delicious, amazing mashed potatoes. Now, of course, you can use like the russet potatoes. I just think like the yellow gold ones or whatever are so much creamier. They're just easier. They don't take as long to boil. So that just is my preference. Now, what is going to make these so incredibly epic is this little concoction that we're about to make. So I'm going to heat up my milk because you don't want to really add cold milk to mashed potatoes. Kind of make them seize. If you add warm milk, it just makes it so much creamier. Now this is where we're going to get a ton of flavor. So I'm going to take like a little bundle of thyme and I'm going to add that to our milk. And then I have 2 kind of like bigger cloves of garlic that I smashed a little bit, and we're going to add those, and we're going to let this milk just simmer with those flavors in there. And y'all, I'm telling you, it is going to take these potatoes over the top. I almost forgot one of the most important ingredients in this recipe, and that is butter. So I just added about half a stick of butter to our milk mixture, and we'll just let that kind of melt down as well. Okay, so butter and milk are warm and melted. I'm gonna add just a little bit of this to my potatoes, and then we'll start mashing them. I'm gonna use my handy dandy potato masher, and we'll just add more as we go.
Mash, girl.
How excited are you to be like, we watched so many of y'all's videos cooking.
And then we're like watching.
But we finally get to eat it.
Y'all can sell tickets. Just people coming back and watching y'all cook.
Okay, to this I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. These are looking perfectly smooth and creamy. So now we're gonna add the star of the show. Got our Boursin cheese. I'm just gonna break it up and kind of like add it in and let it melt in there. But we're not done with these potatoes. Like y'all thought that was all the things. No, we're gonna take them over the top. Also, I am gonna use the garlic and fine herbs, but if you have like the truffle one, that would be delicious. Or the shallot one if you like onions. So to take these potatoes even more over the top, I just put them in a little baking dish. So to top these off, I'm gonna just crumble a little bit more of this Boursin over the top. And then the icing on top, is that a good way to say it? The cheese on top.
That's the
show topper. Is that good?
That's the showstopper.
The showstopper, show topper. We are gonna add a little layer of shredded cheddar cheese. We're gonna pop this into the oven, possibly broil the top of this for just a second to make it like really nice and brown and bubbly. And then these will be done. So when I told you guys these are not your average mashed potatoes, I really meant they are not your average mashed potatoes.
These are above and beyond.
They are. So I'm just popping those into the oven at 375, probably for like 10 to 15 minutes. I'll check on them and then we'll pop it under the broiler if we need to. Y'all, I am absolutely drooling. I cannot wait to dive into these. We did put it under the broiler for like 30 seconds to a minute. You can see kind of those little brown bubbles on there. Oh my goodness. These are gonna be amazing. Oh, please tell me y'all see this cheese pull.
Oh, I feel that.
It's gonna be good.
Rain and cheese, girl.
It's rain and cheese.
Hallelujah, it's raining cheese. All right, so like I said, I have some awesome Walmart deals to share with you guys that would be perfect for gift giving. I know I got all of these as gifts, and with their super low prices, super fast shipping, being able to shop from the comfort of your own home on the couch, that's like my kind of Christmas shopping. I love like sitting down at night in my pajamas and just like scrolling Walmart. Now let's talk some very important shopping dates. We've got Black Friday and Cyber Monday coming up. So Walmart deals are going to be happening from November 25th until December 2nd. On November 25th, Walmart Plus members are going to be able to shop early, and they're going to have full access to all of these deals. Then on November 29th, so Black Friday, 6 a.m. your local time, in-store start happening, and of course online will be happening as well. Then on December 2nd, it will be Cyber Monday, and they will have even more new deals happening online. Y'all, my family is going to love these gifts. So first on the docket, I got my mom. I don't even think in my entire life, childhood, everything all together, I don't know that my mom's ever had a matching cookware set, and I am so excited to gift this to her because I just know the joy that it is going to bring her, and I know she loves this green color. It is stunning. It has this beautiful gold hardware to it, and this is a 12-piece non-stick ceramic cookware set. You got everything that you could like want or dream of in here. You got your saucepan, your casserole pan. Something I also love that this comes with are the cookware protectors. So whenever you're like storing this, you can put them in between, and it just makes sure like everything stays perfect and doesn't get scratched. And I want to tell y'all that this comes in several different colors, so no matter what your like theme is for your kitchen or whoever you're gifting it to, there is a color for everyone, and it is truly beautiful, just like the name of it. They're gorgeous. Now my sister, you guys know she is a mom to 3 little kiddos, and so this girl runs off of coffee, okay? And we were over at their house, and I noticed that they just have like a small little coffee pot, and she has been saying how she wants a new coffee maker. So I saw this one. I told Bunky, like, we have to get this for her. This also comes in quite a few different colors. I just got her the black one. I feel like it would match her kitchen the best, but this is the Keurig K-Express Essentials single serve coffee maker. It comes in 3 different cup sizes, or you can brew 3 different cup sizes. There is a 36-ounce removable reservoir. I never can say that word. And I feel like the Keurig was perfect for her because she can just like pop that pot in, hit start, it brews her cup of coffee. She doesn't have to like think about it, measure all the things. It's just easy and convenient, and I know she's gonna love this. Now for my brother, he loves being like outdoors. He loves like sitting on the patio. He loves grilling, and he and his fiance just got their first house, and they have quite a big backyard. And so I was trying to think of something cool to get them, and I found this amazing fire pit, y'all. It was on the best deal ever. I was so excited, and it's so neat because it's like a fire pit, but then you can also like cook over top of it, so it kind of becomes like this barbecue fire pit. It can also become like an ice chest. It has like a little table around it, so you can set like a plate, you can set a drink, you can roast marshmallows. Like, I just thought this will be the perfect gift to give them, and I'm so excited to be able to do that. I'm not going to take this one out of the box because it would be a lot to set up, but I cannot wait for him to open this on Christmas morning. He is going to love it. And then for myself, I have been needing a floor length mirror for forever. The one that I used to have just like was falling apart basically. So they had this incredibly beautiful like black metal arched floor length mirror. It's so cool because it has a little stand in the back, so it kind of like angles down. And I'm so excited to be able to like do more outfit of the days with you guys and try-ons and things like that. So I was so excited to get my Christmas present early. And of course, we'll put all of these dates for you down in the description box so you know when to shop. Of course, I will have all of these things linked down below for you. Walmart is like the best place to shop. You guys know we are the biggest fans. You can get all of your holiday shopping for everyone marked off your list. So be sure you get down there and shop with these links in my description box. I don't even know if it's actually a dessert. Bunky swears to me up and down that he would consider this a dessert.
It's a hybrid. You see, sweet potato casserole, once you put brown sugar and marshmallows on it, is it really still a side dish, or
Yeah, it
is
could be either.
It's just like a sweet treat going along with that turkey and gravy.
Yeah, so this could be either a side dish or a dessert. So this first recipe comes from Mandy, and she lives in upstate South Carolina. Her hometown is very close to Bunky and I's hometown. She says that she's been married to her husband Brian for 23 years. They have 4 beautiful children, 1 boy and 3 girls. She says that this recipe is a family favorite. Every year my daughters and I cook the entire Thanksgiving meal for our extended family, and it's one of her very favorite things. She says that this recipe is included every single year, and she hopes that we get the chance to make it and that Bunky and I will find it as delectable as they do. And let me just say, my Bunky has been looking so forward to this recipe, so I know it's gonna be delicious. So she says to grab a 9x13 and to preheat your oven to 350, which I did. And then to peel and slice our sweet potatoes. We're gonna do 3 of them. This one's kind of small, so we have like 2 bigger ones. And Bunky already peeled them, so we're gonna slice these into like little medallions.
Oh, I thought we were needing cubes.
No.
We need medallions.
Yeah,
okay.
So we're gonna like layer them. She says peeled and sliced, so in my mind that was like little medallions. Yeah?
Yeah, sliced, not diced.
Okay, and I don't know about you, but I think like, not that they should be too thin, but I like a thinner, because I think they'll cook more evenly that way.
Soften up real nice. Like quarter.
Oh, that's perfect.
Quarter inch.
Don't slice my finger. Basically, like this thickness. Now while Bunky finishes slicing those, I'm gonna make like our sugar mixture that's gonna go on top. She says 2 cups of sugar, and that's basically what I have left in this jar, so I'm just gonna pour it out. And then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of flour, and then like half a teaspoon each of ground ginger and cinnamon. I kinda like a little more cinnamon, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. Bunky's got our sweet potatoes all perfect, the exact same size. I know without measuring, Bunky, that every single one of these is the same.
I'd say they're all within about 1/8 of an inch of each other.
That's right. And this is a lot of sweet potatoes.
Are we doing like a layer, like almost like au gratin?
Yes. I was gonna do it, and I was like, no, because Bunky's gonna love it. It's gonna be like so precise.
This is fun. This is fun to me.
You like get enjoyment out of this. See, I like this because I feel like it's gonna be a really beautiful presentation. Okay, now I'm just going to mix up our sugar, cinnamon, ginger, flour mixture really good. And then we're just going to sprinkle this entire thing over top of our sweet potatoes. I would say with all the sugar, Bunky, this actually, I would almost consider dessert.
I know. It's almost like you could have just used regular potatoes with all the sugar, right?
Like 2 cups of sugar? And we're about to put 2 sticks of butter on here.
Oh, that looks so nice.
Is this not wild?
And then once that pie crust get on top of there.
Yeah, we got pie crust going on top of here. Now, I have 1.5 cups of water here. And then to that, we're gonna add in 1 tablespoon of vanilla. I'm gonna eyeball it. One more for good measure. Okay, kind of just mix that up. And then we're gonna pour this over top of our potatoes as well.
That's gonna turn into the most delicious liquidy syrup, sugar
This is wild.
of love.
I'm gonna add a little bit more so I can finish this right here. Melt butter and pour on top, reserving a little bit to brush on the pie crust. So basically put, you know, the majority of that on here.
Okay.
This is 2 cups of butter, and Bunky's gonna put like basically all of it but a couple tablespoons. By the way, this just smells good.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? Well, this is like the magic that goes on top. This is why Bunky said this has to be a dessert, because there's pie crust on it. But you're gonna get a refrigerated pie crust, and we're gonna cut this into strips. And she says to do a weaving pattern on top. Bunky says he doesn't know if we're like good enough to like do that.
We have never dabbled with you know, we've never been big crocheters.
We've never weaved anything before.
I'm not sure about our crafting skills, you know, confidently enough to have a successful pie weave, but we're gonna try.
We're gonna try, and it might just be our own little Bunky design on top.
Yeah, that's what we should do. It's gonna be beautiful.
We should spell out Bunky with the pie crust strips. But first things first, we gotta just get this out of here and cut it into tiny little strips. Should we let this like sit out for a second?
Yeah, I probably needed to kind of warm.
You know what? I'm gonna let this thaw for just a few minutes before we do this part. I only have half a pie crust.
I think we're gonna need that second one.
Oh, I see what you did.
You see what I did there?
I see what you did. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Now we need to probably work with this while it's still a little chilly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't want like full coverage. We want some gaps in there, right? For it to kind of bubble through.
I think so. So my thought, now you probably...
And this is why you never worked at Domino's.
Bunky is going to be like, you cannot do this because I can't get a straight line. But I do think, now this is 3 different widths. So when I say this width, I mean somewhere around here, okay?
Let me help you out, sister.
Okay, I'm just going to leave my little strip right there that you know, cut them perfect.
Oh.
I'm telling you, it's hard to get it perfectly straight.
Yeah, these pizza cutters run on you.
That was good. I think I have an idea of like how to do this, okay?
Oh, I think I have an idea too.
Is it the same as mine?
What if you like you lay it across, like, and then like lay them across here, but like hanging out this way, and then you can just like fold over, lay, and like fold over and lay, and fold over and lay.
See, I feel like that's a little bit different or like difficult. This is going to be a trial and error, okay? So like if you do it like every little bit, does this make sense? Then when you lay it this way, it will be a weave. You think this is going to work out or no?
I'm really not sure.
I thought if I do it like this, then you do another one here after this layer.
A weave is like where you have...
No, I know, because then there's going to be one here, so it's going to be weaved.
Well,
you see?
It's gonna, that's gonna give us the appearance of a weave, yeah. That's not a weave. That's not the weave Mandy was going for, I don't think.
Y'all...
But we're gonna weave it.
If you know how to weave...
Get it?
We're going to weave it, yeah. We're going to weave it how it is.
We're gonna weave it how it is.
If you know how to do this, or you have, you know, tips and tricks, we are all ears. But that's all the pie crust we have.
Well, we can cut this one into one more strip.
But we need like way more. We're gonna get the other pie crust out. Friends, that is as good as it's getting. Okay? We tried our hardest.
It's rustic.
This is rustic.
I actually think it really brings the spirit of Thanksgiving to the table.
I try to do kind of like a, you know, plaid look, which to me reminds me of Thanksgiving. Okay, all there's left to do is just brush some butter right on top. Just doused this bad boy in some butter. This is going in the oven for 1 hour at 350, and it's gonna be done. Very simple. I feel like this is a recipe. I haven't tasted it yet, but I feel like we're gonna wanna like actually make this for our family. I can't explain to you how good it smells.
Uncovered?
Yep. Now, Bunky made me promise that I would let this cool off for like 10 minutes before we jumped into it, but we cannot wait any longer. We stuck ours under the broiler for just a minute to kind of like crust up this top, and then now that we've pulled it out, it really kind of, what's the word?
I don't want to say congealed, but that's kind of what it did. Like,
yeah.
When it was in there cooking, you know, I kept turning the oven light on and taking a peek at it, and I knew that sugar, water, butter concoction was going to turn into basically, it kind of started as a syrup, and then now I feel like it's really turned into like almost like a beautiful pie filling.
Yes, agreed. Where are you gonna get it from?
Right here.
Okay.
Oh, right through that potato.
That potato is so tender. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Wow is right. That syrup, that sugary, buttery syrup is just gonna be whoa, bunk.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Dessert or side dish?
It's interesting because no, this is definitely I would categorize as a dessert.
Okay.
I never knew that vegetables could become a dessert. Those sweet potatoes are so tender. The pie crust on top, some parts of it, because we did turn the broiler on for just a second, have a little bit of texture, almost giving it, I'm not going to say crunch, but like a little bit more toothsome.
Yeah.
If you put a little bit, because you know, obviously you're going to have a can of whipped cream or something around.
Oh yeah.
Put some whipped cream on this or some vanilla ice cream.
Ooh.
And you have a showstopper.
Now something I want to say is that anytime I ever eat sweet potatoes, I eat them like the savory way. Like I always do like a salt and pepper, cayenne, paprika. That's how I like my sweet potatoes. So I'm so excited to try this because I feel like I never eat them in their like sweet form.
I know, right? Mandy wasn't playing. That's so good.
Holy cow. Okay. First of all, y'all know I don't have that much of a sweet tooth. Like obviously like I like more salty savory. I would gobble up every bit of that 9x13. That is how good this is. I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost like having a cinnamon roll funnel cake on top of amazing buttery soft sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. It's literally one of my favorite Thanksgiving recipes I've ever tried, hands down. Mm-hmm. Like it's that good.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
This is a must-try recipe. Mandy, thank you so much for sending this in. We will be making this on our Thanksgiving table for our friends and family. Okay, friends, say it with me. Cheesy garlic grits casserole. Yes, please. I read the title of this recipe and I said, Bunky, we have to make this one. It sounds so good. This recipe is from Marie. She says this is a family classic that they make every single year. She said we always get a crazy look whenever we introduce it to someone new. Girl, you're not getting a crazy look from me. I'm excited about it. She said, but I promise you just have to try it. She said that when her grandmother used to make this recipe, she would use old school craft garlic cheese logs, which they do not make anymore. But she said, trust me, the recipe is still amazing and it's always on their table for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and usually Easter. I am so excited to try this out, so let's get started. So here are our main ingredients. You're gonna need some cornflakes, of course, some grits, garlic, 2 eggs, some sharp cheddar cheese. We'll go ahead and shred this, and then 1 stick of butter. Okay, so we're gonna add about 4 cups of water to our pot. I cannot spill it. And then about a teaspoon of salt. We're gonna bring this to a boil. Okay, so now that we're at a rolling boil, I'm gonna add in 1 cup of our quick cooking grits. That's hard to say. And then I'm just gonna kind of stir this. It's supposed to do it gradually, and here I am putting them like all in. Okay, so she says to kind of let this come back to a boil for just a minute, and then we are going to reduce the heat and then simmer uncovered, stirring for about 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to move us over here because it says remove from heat. It's been about 5 minutes. I'm gonna give it a little stir. These are already looking so good. Okay, so now it says to add in all of our shredded cheese. I'm gonna do it like a little bit at a time so I can kind of make sure it's melted nice and good. Can we just take a moment for like the beautifulness and color and consistency of these grits now? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, to that, we are also gonna add in our minced garlic, and she says 2 to 3 cloves. I'm gonna do like 3 humongous cloves because you guys know we love the garlic in this house. Okay, stir all that garlic goodness in here. I'm telling you guys, this might be like my dream recipe of all time. That is just beautiful. Okay, so now she says to add in half a stick of butter, so I'm adding that right there. And then our 2 eggs slightly beaten, so I'm gonna add those in. And then lastly, 1 cup of the cornflakes, and we are gonna put more on top once it bakes for a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of fold these in. Okay, so now we're just gonna pop this into the oven at 350 for like 45 to 50 minutes until this is like nice and golden brown. Then we'll melt the rest of our butter, add some more cornflakes on top, let it cook for like 10 to 15 more minutes, and this is gonna be ready. Now, I have to tell you guys, I had a couple of question marks when I first read this recipe because I was like, putting eggs in there, I just kept thinking like they were gonna scramble, and I was like, I don't see how this is gonna work. But because you take the grits off the heat, there's like no heat, so like by the time you add in the eggs, they just get nice and incorporated in there. They do not cook at all. Like they won't cook until they go into the oven. So that answered that question. And then I was thinking like the cornflakes inside the casserole, that's gonna get mushy. I don't think they're going to, okay?
I think the cornflakes are going to add a nice textural element.
Me too. So like no need to question the recipe.
And I can smell the garlicky goodness coming upstairs.
I put 3 huge cloves of garlic in there. I can smell it like everywhere. It's over my hands and stuff. But y'all, I just can't even tell you. Like the whole time I was making this, I was just like smiling because I'm like, I cannot wait.
This is going to be good.
It's going to be so good. Okay, so now for this next recipe, we are making a broccoli casserole. Now, I don't normally eat broccoli casserole, so Bunky, you'll have to tell me if this is like similar to my dad's or if it's like a unique spin. But this actually comes from Courtney, and I have so much fun talking to her on Instagram too, my DMs. We always like go back and forth. And let me read you what she said about this broccoli casserole. So she said that this is always her most requested dish for the holidays and get-togethers. And she said it used to be her mom's dish, but now 15 plus years later, it's no longer her mom's dish, it's hers.
She's made it her own.
She's made it her own. And she says to use 2 packages of frozen chopped broccoli, like 10-ounce packages, and she says to thaw it in the microwave. Now I have frozen broccoli, but I don't have a microwave. So I opted for fresh broccoli. Hopefully that's gonna be just fine. And to answer y'all's question, because I know you're gonna ask about the microwave, we have no intention on getting one.
No, we've made it 9 months without one.
If we made it this far, we're gonna just keep on going.
There are a few times that it would be convenient.
Very few though.
But we've made it this far.
And not just that, but Bunky, isn't it like, okay, whenever we have leftovers or something, instead of using the microwave, like we reheat it like on the stovetop in a pan.
Or in the oven.
And it's so much better, y'all. Like it tastes so much better. So anyway, we're not getting a microwave.
And I think it helps us eat healthier, kind of.
Yeah, and whenever we're in the camper, if there's like anything that we love that's microwavable, which, you know, I love the Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls, I'll just eat it in the camper and be happy and get my little like fix, and then I'm good. Okay, so I'm just gonna chop this kind of like into little bite-sized pieces. Now I do want to make mention to you that if you make this recipe and you use the frozen broccoli and you thaw it in the microwave, she does say to make sure you wring out any excess water. Okay, so now to our broccoli, we're gonna add in 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of minced onion, and I'm just eyeballing this, 1 cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese, 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, and last but not least, 1 egg. Okay, we're just gonna combine all of this as much as we can.
You know what I'm thinking?
What?
You should put some cornflakes in there.
I'm doing her recipe, but I am gonna add in just a little bit of black pepper. I'm gonna do a pinch of salt, but I won't do very much because the soup already has salt in it. Just kind of like one big. That's good.
One big turn.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like this is gonna be your most favorite recipe of all time. We gotta check on our grits. Oh, y'all. Look at that. Man, these look so good. Now for our cheesy grits, for the topping, we're gonna do 2 more cups of the cornflakes. And she does say that you can kind of like break these up a little bit if you want to. I'm gonna give them a rough chop with my fingers.
The hand chop.
The hand chop.
Karate chop.
And then we're gonna add in our other half a stick of butter to this. And melted, I should say. Add that right in. Okay, now back to our broccoli casserole. I did just reread her recipe, and she says that she does add in a little bit of garlic powder. So I'm gonna do the same thing. And she said salt and pepper to taste. For some reason, I just didn't read that the first time. Now we're gonna transfer this to our baking dish, but we're not done with it yet. So now you're gonna take sleeves of Ritz crackers and smush them up like this. Now you're gonna take about 2 tablespoons of butter and just kind of cut little pieces and lay them all along the top here. Now this is going into the oven at 350 for just 20 to 30 minutes and it will be done. And I just took our cheesy garlic grits casserole out of the oven and I'm about to dive in. The moment I have been waiting for. Like, you don't even know my excitement level, okay? And let me tell you this too. I'm like this really weird person where, Bfcm, you get a cornflake. I'm this really weird person where I eat sugar on my grits. And my favorite way to eat grits is with butter, sugar, and fried liver mush. Y'all, if you have never tried it, I'm telling you, there's something about it. Don't you think it's so good?
It is, but that's like a breakfast.
That's breakfast.
That's breakfast grits.
Right, I'm just telling you that's my favorite way to eat grits, okay?
These are savory dinner time
right,
grits.
which I never ever eat like savory grits. I think that's why I'm so excited. I can like smell the garlic. I put a lot in there.
This is going to change your world.
It is.
I feel like this is a very untraditional Thanksgiving side. However, it probably goes very well. You know?
Y'all.
What's making them so good?
This is like one of my favorite things I've ever eaten. I'm not even joking.
That's high remarks.
I am like at a loss of words. They're so good. Okay. The grits themselves are perfect. They're like not soupy. They're like fluffy. They are just like melt in your mouth, okay? You can taste that like sharp cheddar cheese. So they're also very cheesy. The garlic gives it that like savoriness. And then the cornflakes gives it this crunch. When I tell you they are so good, literally speechless. They're so good.
So these need to be on people's Thanksgiving table this year.
Next time I do like a best of recipes, this is it.
Going in there.
You have to try this, monkey.
Are you finding any egg in there or no?
There's no egg. That's just, the egg just like helped like bind them and like help them, you know, sit up like a casserole or set up.
Whoa.
I was not kidding.
Whoa. Shockingly delicious.
Is it not so good?
Yeah, it's almost like they're like fluffy.
That's what I was saying.
And then you got a little nice crunch on top. Some nice garlic pulling through.
But you can really taste that garlic, but it's like in a good way.
And garlic is something you can control on an individual preference, so more or less.
Yeah, I want to say that if there was ever a recipe that I will follow to a T, there is nothing you could change about this. Like, it is absolutely perfect.
No, those grits are cooked like to perfection.
Perfection, y'all.
Exactly how I would want them to come out and be served to me.
Same.
These are good.
Oh my goodness. Like this recipe is wonderful.
I see this top piece right here. It's got a little cheese, onion, topping, all the right stuff in it. Okay. That's so good.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Is it better than Mr. Stevens?
Well, I can't say one way or the other. they're very different though. Like this kind of reminds me of
Like a broccoli cheese casserole.
like the broccoli salad that's cold, but a little cheesier and nice and warm, and it has like cooked onion in it, which imparted its way throughout the whole flavor of this thing.
And the Ritz cracker topping is like so.
Oh my gosh, this is good. This is really good.
It has the, you know, cream of mushroom soup in there too. I think that gave it like so much flavor.
I don't know what it's like when you use frozen broccoli that you've thawed. But this with the fresh broccoli, because it still kind of holds its,
Yeah.
you know, texture.
It still gives you a crunch.
This is really, really good.
Ooh, okay. I feel like this is like one of your favorites.
This is awesome.
Oh, I'm so glad you love it.
Like I want this at every family gathering.
Okay, we might have to make this one and then take it to Thanksgiving and let people like, you know, eat ours and Dad's.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope y'all got all of the recipe inspo. These were so good. I hope you have them on your Thanksgiving table. I'll have all of these recipes down in the description box for you, of course. We love you guys so much. We hope you have the most amazing Thanksgiving. We are so thankful for each and every one of you. Thank you for letting us just be a small part of your life and for putting us on your TV screens. We love sharing our life with you guys, and what a joy it is to be able to do that. So happy Thanksgiving from the Bunkies. We love you, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.